Welcome to Winged Wolf Podcast. This is the podcast where we're going to keep it real and raw. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty, talking about everything that everyone's so scared to say. We're going to bring them onto the table to interview them about religion, about politics, about eating organic, living off the grid, the masculine, the feminine, their needs, their wants, what is lacking in today's society, this dating world. How do we create that tribe mentality again to get our families back together, to protect our children? We are going to talk about everything. We're going to travel. We're going to have some fun on this show. So let's get to it. Wing and Wolf Podcast. Let's rock and roll. Your host, Elizabeth Mooney. Welcome, everyone, to the Wing and Wolf Podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth Mooney. It's been a bit, so I had to come back with a new friend that I met here in Nashville. I would say it was like my birthday weekend, beginning of September. Graham Snyder, and we just clicked, and he's a super cool guy. So
nice to meet you guys. We're new to Nashville since like January.
Okay.
So when I met you, it was like a few months into being here.
Mm-hmm. You look very nice too.
Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you.
So it's our new home.
Yeah.
We love it.
You loving it?
Love it.
So Graham, I met him and his son. So you guys moved here together. You told me the story.
Yeah. So he played music. We were living up in North Idaho, completely off the grid, out in the woods, acreage, dogs, trucks. And I was going to bring him down for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And one morning he was up at 4 o'clock in the morning, splitting wood, getting everything ready. And I'm like, you know what? We're just going to take you to Nashville for your birthday, and I'll get you an apartment and a truck and get you set up. He's like, well, what are you going to do? I'm like,
this is the part I love.
I'm going back to the mountain, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He goes, no, you're not. I'll miss you. I'll be bored without you. So I'm like, I'm going to twist my arm and go to Nashville. So we did it.
So he was getting his son ready to come here, but his son was like, no, you're coming with me. And it's because you have been...
Yeah, I got custody of him when he was 3.
All right, wow. So you raised him solely on your own?
Completely, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a couple short relationships in between.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got to the point where it's like, nope, focus on being a dad and going to turn out the best kid I can.
Yeah, and he loves you so much. You can see that on the shoot.
Yeah, he'll follow me off a cliff if that's where we're going, you know.
Yeah. How old is he?
21.
21.
Yeah.
So we met, Graham and I, on Kid Rock's photo shoot for his website, right?
Yeah.
So his new restaurant, Detroit Cowboy. So that's how we met.
Which that should be released pretty soon too.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it.
I am too.
My table got the worst. We had lobster bisque. Meanwhile, he had like cheeseburgers and steak at his table. We had lobster bisque.
Well, they brought me the salad first, and I'm like, oh, I'm allergic to anchovies. They're like, really?
You're like, bring me that steak.
Yeah, they brought me the steak. Yeah.
I didn't eat anything, so I'm like, oh, it's at the restaurant, a shoot, they're gonna feed us. Yeah, I get the lobster bisque.
I thought for sure they were gonna feed us.
Yeah, I know. That's why I started feeling the alcohol at the end.
Yeah. All they fed us drinks. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot. It was definitely a lot of fun. So yeah, that should be out soon. That's Detroit Cowboy, Kid Rock's place here in Nashville. New restaurant, really good food. But yeah, that's where we met, hit it off. He across the bar. He's like, I know you. I'm like,
oh yeah, I couldn't stop. I'm like, I know her from somewhere. I'm thinking Reno, Hawaii, Idaho. I'm like, God, I know her from somewhere. And I think we met at one of the bars just in passing.
Yeah.
And I'm old, so I forget.
But I get that often. I really do. I get that all the time that people like, I know you. I'm like, so it's interesting.
Yeah.
So that was funny. I'm like,
maybe you have a doppelganger, you know?
So this episode here on Wing and Wolf is brought to you by Etched Ink in New Jersey, in Jefferson, New Jersey. My girl, Tina, she's the one that does all my ink. She's absolutely amazing. Fine lines, touch, my magical woman, everything on my body. So Miss Tina, she is incredible, and she works really hard. She opened up her own shop in New Jersey, Etched, ETCHED Ink. This episode is brought to you by her company, and she may be coming to Nashville to do a pop-up, but also she does all my art for my book, The Light in the Devil's Tavern, my logos. I now have new branches of Country Fusion she does, and the Wing and Wolf logo, pretty much everything. She's incredible. I love that my logos kind of look like a tattoo. So, Tina, love you, girl. Thank you very much. So here we go. We're going to rock and roll. This podcast will be a little different. It's not going to be interviewing musicians. It's going to be now talking to the other side that you have heard about in the real. We're going to talk about the divine masculine, feminine, the needs, the wants, what is lacking in today's society, and how to bring that tribe mentality back. So we have two different views. So I don't 100% know what the view is of Graham. We talked like really briefly, but we're just going to rock and roll and vibe on this. So,
Surprise.
so Graham, first tell everyone, where did you grow up and a little bit about your past?
I grew up in a small mountain town in the Sierra Nevadas called Portola, California. And even though I was raised by my dad primarily, I was in a household with my grandfather and my great-grandmother from Italy.
Oh.
So the blessing I received from them is one of them. They were unprogrammed people. We would never watch TV. TV to them was a no-no.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to see healthy
dynamics
and emotional intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Like my grandfather never misspoke.
Mm.
Never was angry when it didn't cause him to be angry. So that was, I just caught a tail end of it. Because I do believe that the decline that we see has started with the programming.
Mm-hmm. In schools,
TV.
games.
How many guys do you see that are Al Bundy or a Family Guy or some behavior from a soap opera?
Yeah.
People are programmed.
Right. And when they can't create their own, they mimic what they see.
They'll bring this drama into their lives,
Mm-hmm.
and they become addicted to it.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to break free. They never had an example of how to be emotionally mature. Their example has always been TV or social media.
Right. Especially now, it's even worse.
It's getting bad.
Yeah, I know. That's why with my daughter, she's actually right here. She knows I don't really like the iPad at all. Actually, I tell her the only time she's on it is for her to educate, whether it's learning Spanish or numbers, something like that. I tried the game, but as soon as I saw what's that game that starts with R? Danica, what is it? Roblox. That one. That was a big no for me because I'm like, wait a minute. Other people from all over could sign in. So she'd be talking to a pervert. You know what I mean? I said, nope, we're getting rid of this. This is dumb. We're not doing this. So, but she listens. I'm teaching her like to be out in nature and to play. And I love seeing her in nature collecting feathers and rocks and arrowheads and coloring art, reading. It is healthy.
Our rule of thumb was if I wouldn't allow somebody to do it in my household, we weren't going to watch it in my household.
Yeah. Good.
So when he was 3, we got rid of the TV.
Yeah.
And it was either he was helping me work on something, or we were exploring something, or just reading, or making up stories.
Awesome.
We just sit there and make up stories back and forth and try to out bullshit each other.
And that's why you have a great relationship.
Absolutely, the proof's in the pudding. Like,
awesome.
I don't even have to talk to him.
How old are you?
45.
Are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew you were really young.
Young.
45 is young.
It's like the new 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm the old 80.
Yeah, but it's like
I do feel better in my 40s than I did in my 20s, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
Yeah, same.
All the way across the board.
Same. I just turned 42, September 7th. So I just feel, honestly, I feel the most amazing now than ever.
Ever. Yeah.
You know, and it's because like my 20s, I was married, and then 30s was my learning and building. Now I'm so sure of the woman I am.
There's no doubts.
And also I'm just in a state of flow. I'm not attached to an outcome or desire, like whether it's relationship or finances or goals. I know I'm protected and I'm in a state of flow.
Yeah, you know? The less control you have, the more you gain.
Yeah.
As crazy as that sounds, it's the truth. The more you try to hang on to everything and control it, you'll lose it. Mm-hmm. If you just let it go and learn how to roll with the punches, you'll start out punching everything around you.
That's what you've done?
Oh, yeah. I've been through it all. Like, you name it, been there.
So you grew up in California, so good role models with your grandparents.
Amazing.
Then from there, what would you like to add?
Well, I was on my own at a very young age, like 16. Me and my dad was like a fanatic, religious, angry nut.
Yeah.
Okay. And I hadn't had contact with my mother for, at that point, 10 years. So
pretty interesting how your son and you kind of have the same.
We have the same story.
Huh. Interesting.
And my dad does too, pretty much.
So they're generational.
Yes. And we're trying to, there's a
It's
curse in
your,
there
it's
somewhere.
It's up to your son.
It's up to my son.
Your son's the one.
And he's far more emotionally intelligent than I ever was.
To break it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he'll break it.
Yeah.
I was on my own by 17. Graduated high school early. And then, even though I had the emotional intelligence example from my grandparents and my great grandparent,
yeah,
my dad did everything through anger. Okay, so as a lost young man who strived and hungered for power, everything was done through anger, and the mistakes I made were monumental mistakes.
Okay.
So, not until I realized I'm the common denominator, and if I want different results, I have to try something different.
Right.
And
that was very emotionally intelligent for you to realize that. And aware, self-aware.
Self-aware. There's 2 books, The 4 Agreements and The Mastery of Love. Mm-hmm. And when I read those, like, it just clicked. Like, this is really easy. Mm-hmm. What am I doing? Well, I learned I was programmed by my dad. You know what I mean? I thought that was powerful. It wasn't powerful. It's cowardice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fear.
It is.
So once I learned,
anger is fear. It's
a tool. Mm-hmm. It is a great tool when it's in its place.
Right.
When it's out of place, it's like trying to paint a picture with a hammer.
Yeah.
You're going to destroy everything around you. Mm-hmm. So until you learn to harness it, you're a mess. Mm-hmm. And for men, that's one of their number one issues.
Yeah.
Because anger is a natural instinct for us. And if we don't have someone to teach us how to harness that, we will damage everything.
So true. And I see a lot with men, they don't have an outlet to express it. Whether it's, we have masculine and feminine energy in both of us. Some can't even express the feminine part because they're not allowed, they're not brought to by society.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's great things, jiu-jitsu, kickboxing.
Yeah.
Deer hunting, something.
Dance, like anything.
Yeah. Now, as far as the masculine and feminine energy, I may disagree with you on this. Mm-hmm. Because in my opinion, mm-hmm. when I see a man that's capable of great violence, mm-hmm. calm down and hold his daughter, mm-hmm. to me, that's the epitome and the essence of masculinity.
Yes, I agree.
Right? I don't believe that's a feminine behavior.
No.
Right? So I may be confused on it.
Yeah, because feminine energy doesn't mean it's feminine in the sense of girly. It means like, so they say your right side is your masculine, your left is your feminine. It's yin and yang. It's dark and light, right? So they're a balance. So when to hold a daughter or be thoughtful of the person you love, and maybe you made dinner and had roses, that's just tapping into that creative essence.
Yeah, I call it the essence of being a man or a woman. Because to me, when I see a mom be a mama bear,
that's it. That's the same thing.
It's the
same thing. And feminine means it's in a state of flow with grace and creativity. So we all embody that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's like you're being a woman.
Right. I think because of society,
yeah,
they're always trying to put a label on something. So I thought about it deep in heart. I'm like, when I see a woman do something that would fall underneath the umbrella of masculinity, no, she's providing.
Right.
She's doing her duty as a mother, as a wife. Like, to me, that's feminine.
Right.
It's not, because to me, it's maturity or adolescence.
Right.
Are you an adolescent adult?
Are you responsible?
Are you kind? Are you thoughtful? Or are you mature? And you put all that to work at the right timing.
Yeah. And sometimes when we go through those, like what we were just talking before we started filming, so it's like everyone thinks it's so cool to be an independent woman, and I'm like, I am strong, independent. I've done everything on my own, but at the same time just now, because something happened, that Florida house that you don't know everything, but they know when you watch everything, that Florida house that got hit by the hurricanes, I just got this house, but it did a number on me. And because I went through so much that like my give a fucks are gone.
Oh yeah.
And with the give a fucks being complete, like they kind of were gone, but now they're like super gone. So now I'm just in a state of flow at grace. So now I'm really in my feminine essence because I'm able to surrender, know I'm protected, and in a state of flow of grace. And like my male counterpart, you guys are just as beautiful. Where there's so many women being like, oh, men this, men that. Listen, we all have been through trauma, and some people go on a path of healing. Some people go on a path of not being accountable. We were just talking about. So they're a victim. Well, that person's going to come back another lifetime and try to deal with that over and over, right? But we both are beautiful, and we're yin and yang. It's a puzzle piece, and it's learning that dance. Because if we can't dance, it's chaos.
It's chaos. It's chaos. And I think, well, somebody had asked me one time, how do I start the process of my growth, right? I told them, lose everything. Yeah. Quit your job, quit paying on your car, start over, and learn like how important the struggle is.
Yeah, the ego death.
It's got to go.
Dark night of the soul.
It's got to go. You got to kill it. And if you don't have the courage to kill that, you're stuck. You're stuck. So
that's beautiful. So that's what you went through.
Oh yeah, I've lost it 4 or 5, maybe 6 times.
I know. Well, that's the funny part when you go on this journey, right? The ego death, and like it doesn't just happen once. You go through it a couple times.
Well, look, even us moving to Nashville, it's not like we thought it out, planned it out, and gave it 2 months, a month, and 3 months. It was that morning we decided it, and we were packed and loaded by 3 a.m. on the road. Okay? And like,
that's pretty awesome.
We're just gonna do it. Yeah. No hesitation. Let's go. And I'm not going to say it's been easy, but Nashville flows for us.
Good.
You know?
Yeah.
Idaho was like belly crawling across razor blades. Everything was a hardship.
Because it wasn't much pain.
I guess. But I mean, we still were prosperous.
Yeah.
That's because we're resilient. But it cost us every ounce of energy, every dime, we were up at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. We didn't get to bed till 11 o'clock at night. Every night.
Why?
Between the commute for work, which was an hour and a half, so it was 2 hours away. And then we come home. When you're on a homestead, you got all kinds of stuff to do. A day off is like 3 days off on catch up. Mm-hmm. So you got to keep your trucks running. The roads are terrible in the wintertime. Like you see these people on Instagram living off the grid, and it's just they got Creedence playing, and it's all, yeah, right. It is not for the faint of heart or the cheap, because it cost me every dime I had. Right. But we loved it. Like, we didn't answer to nobody. But I have a standard of life that I'm going to live to, so I have to go to work. Yeah, I have to make money, and it was tough. Yeah, it was tough, but we still have the properties. We're still doing good. You know, now we're looking for something here in Nashville permanently.
Nice. Yeah. So what? So you went through your journeys, ups and downs. You're now here in Nashville. It's a new, like, fresh start. Seeing what aligns here. Now, since this episode, we're really going to talk about the man and the woman. What would you say the needs and wants in a relationship? A healthy one, a divine one.
Well, we'll start with men first. Mm-hmm. Okay. And before you can call a male a man, there are keystone components that he has to have before he can be a man. Girls, a beard, a truck, and tattoos don't make him a man.
Well, I gotta say, ladies, so I actually saw this photo or a video recently, and it says, women, check that beard underneath, because once they shave the beard, he had this like soft chin and this and that. They're like, make sure.
I got a double. That's why I got a double chin.
But it was just so funny. It's like, make sure you can see what's underneath that chin.
And it's plus like trying to shave a big toe. You know what I mean? Like, it's not what I want to go through every morning, okay? So the keystone components are this. First and foremost over everything is emotional maturity. Mm-hmm. If you cannot watch him and observe him to place his emotions at the right time, he is an adolescent male. He's not a man. Mm-hmm. And 85 to 95% of them today are adolescent males.
I know. I've dated them.
Football's more important. Beer drinking is more important. Porn's more important. Their buddies are more important. Golf, that's child behavior. Themselves. Mm-hmm. That brings us to the second point. Mm-hmm. He has to live a life of self-sacrifice.
Beautiful.
If he does not believe that he's expendable, he's not a man.
Right. I am so with you on that because I have met mostly selfish men. And I recently have been awoken to what it looks like to not interacting with such a selfish man. They all are. My mother is like, Elizabeth, they all are. But I'm like, I don't want that though. I want, like, it is one thing for like a man. I want him to be living in his purpose. I want him to be confident, feel good. I want the same thing for myself. But I want him to stand in front of the fire in front of Danica and I.
Right. That brings us to our third. He has to have a craft. When you have a craft, it serves others. If he does not have a craft, if he cannot teach and lead, he's not a man. He's still a boy. So you cannot, it's a trifecta. You can't have one without the other. And what I mean by men are expendable, 1,000 men can die tonight, and 1,000 women will keep the tribe alive.
I love that you just said that. You know, like people I talk to that they think the man is just superior.
No. Well, first of all, there's no such thing as equality. We're just going to get that out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Women possess a divine ability to bring life to earth. Okay? And when they do that, they are supposed to be protected above all else. The lie has been, you're just as equal as a man. Mm-hmm. It's a lie. We can't do what you girls do. Mm-hmm. Can we run jackhammer all day? Sure. Can you? Maybe.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You don't want to, you shouldn't have to, right? Mm-hmm. That's the difference. Okay? So that's what I mean about being expendable. If he doesn't recognize that, he's not a man. Mm-hmm. He's selfish. He's still a boy.
Right. Because there's a million things that, like, just like as simple as like throwing out the trash. Like, I don't really want to do that.
What about her going to the gas station?
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Shouldn't her gas be filled?
Right.
Because what happens at gas stations?
Right.
Robberies.
And like what I see a lot, like on videos on social media, like these men, it's so funny. They're like filming themselves, like in their work truck or like, you know, whatever they're doing, or like riding motorcycles, something. They're filming themselves, and they're just like looking in the camera, maybe singing to a song. And I'm like, what the fuck is your message?
They don't have one.
Right.
They don't even have purpose.
I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, is your message that you have a purpose? Are you like trying to help you? What the fuck is your message?
They don't have one.
You singing to a song while you're riding your work truck? You look stupid.
Their message is their truck payment, their mortgage, and their superintendent position at work.
And the validation from the outside world to make them look and feel good.
It's an illusion.
Exactly.
And I deal with it every day on the job site. They're just hollow. And
not just saying, women do it too. Women do the same thing. They're posting up these videos, pictures, like, hey, look at me, don't I look hot? I need some attention.
Well,
right? It's the same thing.
And that's part of the problem. So when we get down to needs between men and women, right? Mm-hmm. Men only need a few things from women. Mm-hmm. Respect and comfort. Mm-hmm. That's it. If she doesn't offer those things, she's not coming home.
Right.
If you can't comfort your man, if you think tits and ass gets the job done, you're wrong. Mm-hmm.
Respect is so big for a man.
That's all we have. Mm-hmm. We don't have nothing else.
And know what's wild with that?
But that's also on him.
Oh, okay.
If he doesn't command respect, if he hasn't earned respect, that's on you, boy.
Right. So I was just going to go there. So I believe, like, my man, I want to feel good I'm standing next to you. I want to be proud of you. Right?
Right.
Now, if you disrespect me by your words or
how you treat someone else,
I think, how you just lost my respect. Right. And you're not going to get it back now because now I look at you differently. And unfortunately, you just killed the relationship.
And for women, that's their attraction.
Oh, yeah.
Men are visual, right? Mm-hmm. As long as she's hot, we'll give her the world. Mm-hmm. Women, they need mental and emotional and spiritual stimulation. And
Yeah.
she can be done like that.
Yeah.
She can love him to death. The minute he does something disrespectful or not noble, she's done.
Yeah.
And there's no bringing her back.
Right.
There's not. Now, men, you can walk all over them. They'll stay there all day like a dog on the porch. As long as they get a sandwich and some pussy by the end of the night, you can do whatever you want to. But a woman, once she loses that respect, she's done. And rightfully so. Because they don't have purpose. They're not paying attention to their behaviors on a daily basis. They're on autopilot.
So now, what do you think is lacking right now in today's society?
Emotional intelligence.
On both parts.
On both parts. I've seen on women's behavior, she may pitch a fit over something completely minute that a simple conversation would fix. And her excuse is, well, I'm just a girl.
That's not a good excuse.
It's not good. You're right. No, you're
That's
right.
Very
you
immature.
are a little girl.
Right.
And if you don't offer him peace and comfort, it's not going to work.
Right.
And if you take it away from him, because once we step outside at 3:30 in the morning, we're going to work, there is no peace and comfort. It's constant struggle for us, everything that we do, if you're in the man's world.
Right.
I'm not talking about working at Office Depot.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
But, and when he comes home, if everything is argumentative, narcissistic, why would he come home?
Okay, so now how do you feel that we could mend relationships and create that tribe mentality? Because I personally see what you started out talking about, how it's indoctrinated and programmed, right? Is programmed from these video games, from TV shows, movies, news, everything, to break up that home.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you break up the home, then you're easily to be controlled, right?
Right.
But when you're a unity, you're a tribe, like how it's supposed to be back in the day, the natives. You had your aunts, your uncles, your cousins, grandparents,
and
everyone was there with kids. Now you have a strong tribe of unity, harder to break, right? So how do we bring that tribe mentality back?
It comes first with acknowledgement. You have to acknowledge you're wrong. But if you have outside validation, you're right. That's the biggest hurdle. Once you acknowledge you're wrong, then you can move forward with how can I repattern my reactions? How do I place anger, jealousy?
Now, how does someone go about doing that? So say they're realizing, wow, I have a lot of anger, I have a lot of this, but they don't know where to go. So like, oh, I'm going to go to, a therapist, but that's not really working out. I'm going to go to church. That's not really working out. Where do they go? What do they do?
Oh, well, for me, it was the woods.
The woods.
The woods.
What do I say all the time? Nature.
Nature.
That's my church, nature.
Yeah. And just self-reflecting. And you get to a point to where you'll ask yourself 1,000 whys.
Right.
And if you don't keep asking yourself, you're not going to find out. Why do I behave this way?
Yeah.
What is my hang up?
Right. And you really dig deep. So for me, same thing, nature. So I literally lay there, I ground my hands, my feet, I connect. And I just connect to look for signs and guidance and look at like, okay, what am I learning from this situation? Like, it's not always someone has to be wrong.
No.
It's just sometimes there's an imbalance.
It's learning.
And learning how to dance with respect, understanding, communication, and openness.
Yes.
And the desire to grow.
Right. You can learn a lot from watching animals, really. A horse trusts its instinct over everything. In fact, I went to a domestic violence ranch for women. I was doing a remodel for them.
Wow.
And she made them all work with horses. Because if a horse don't trust you, she or whatever's not coming out of the barn. And these women get these gut feelings about these men, and they ignore it.
Right.
So, well, we'll get to divinity in a minute, I guess. Okay. But there's examples for us everywhere.
Right.
Our external world is a metaphor for our internal world.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to slow down and check it out.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get better at work. What do? You educate yourself.
Right.
You try different angles.
Mm-hmm.
We're willing to do it for money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how do you treat your bosses? Like gold for
Mm-hmm.
the most part, right? You don't talk back. You don't sass. You don't call them names. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's important to you.
Mm-hmm. Why
isn't the relationship at home just as important?
Right.
I can't go off on my boss.
So what would you say about divinity?
Well, to me, one of the most divine things that we can possess in life is a child.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's overlooked so much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I do too.
A lot of single moms, I just want to find that guy, that unconditional love. You
Like
have
a
it.
child.
You have it. God's given you a gift.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't see divinity in that, I don't care what music festival you went to, or
I know.
It doesn't matter. You're stepping over $1 to spend a dime.
That sweet child.
That sweet child.
That learns and grows, and you're there guiding, and it's a gift, and that love, that innocence.
And if you pay attention and learn from them,
mm-hmm.
they will teach you the secret to life.
Without a doubt. Oh, my daughter teaches me so
I was dumb.
much. She's so smart too. She calls me out, and she teaches me so much.
Well,
She's so smart.
They'll teach you how to love without reservation and how to love without expectation.
Yeah.
And once you learn that, then you're healthy to love somebody else.
Say that again. Say it again to everyone.
A child will teach you how to love without reservation or expectation. And once you learn how to love without those two hang-ups, then you're a healthy individual to love somebody else.
Now explain more in depth for those.
We enter into a relationship with somebody expecting an outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And on reservation because of our previous relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give you my all because I gave it to somebody else and it wasn't good enough. So already you're playing a half-step game. And then you have this expectation. Well, when this expectation is not met, what do? You pull back again.
Next.
Yeah. So you're setting yourself up for failure before you even try.
Yeah.
So if you can learn how to love like a child will teach you how to love,
mm-hmm.
you can do it. And that means when the removal happens, you can still love that person.
Right.
But I don't have to be attached to you.
Right.
And I wish you the best. No matter what they say, do, whatever. I loved you without reservation,
mm-hmm.
without expectation. This is just what happens.
And I think also when you go through those relationships, when you could really look at them as, like child, like from Jesus, like that innocence, and not like, oh, he was so nasty, he was mean, all this. Those were his wounds, and you forgive and you walk away with love instead of everyone holding on to the anger of the past. It was just a dance that wasn't aligning because both had to grow, but you still send love because we all are inner children that are trying to figure it out.
I had two paths to follow. I had emotional, intelligent people in my life, and then I had my dad and my uncles. I mean, they were powerful men. Mm. But they were violent, and they were violent at home.
Right.
And everything was anger. It didn't matter what it was an angry response.
So you started breaking it.
Oh, yeah.
So you're the start.
I had to because I didn't want my son to go through what I went through.
Beautiful.
It's not easy.
I know.
It's not. But it's very rewarding. Why? Because I know he'll always be by my side till it's my time to pass.
So what main messages would you like to give to the viewers of your message of what Graham stands for and something really important that you want people to take from this?
Find your purpose. Learn to question yourself without condemnation. I think we beat ourselves up a lot, and it causes more depression and anxiety. And it's okay to be wrong. It's okay. You'll learn more being wrong than you will ever be right. So I would like people to do that and to question their emotional intelligence. Does my reaction befit the situation? And if it doesn't, then I'm still an adolescent at 30, 35, 40. And you have to grow. If you don't, you're going to repeat the same thing over and over and over again. And they call it the law of attraction. They call it, it's you.
Yeah.
It's you. You're not breaking your behavioral cycle.
Right.
For a
And
different
forgive
result.
yourself.
Oh, yeah, forgive yourself.
Like,
Absolutely.
you are not your past. You are your present and your future. You're not your past.
Well, and Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very basic quote.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much into that. How can you love your neighbor if you don't love yourself?
Right.
That could take you 80 years to figure out. And you got all these people out here doing everything for their neighbor, and behind closed doors, they still hate themselves.
Right.
So it's still phony.
Right.
Still not authentic. They have to break down and love themselves first.
Mm-hmm. And what about a strong message for the men? Because you ladies, always rep for you.
A strong message to the men.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm going to ask that before you answer it.
Mm-hmm.
So from my past, my exes of people, I have love for every single one of them. It's kind of why I did the dance, because I could see what was needed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the empathy that I have, but I knew it wasn't right. But they, I think a lot of them didn't have the guidance or know where to start. They knew it. They knew they wanted to change. They knew what was lacking. They had anger, and they were trying to find anything to change, but just stuck in this shadow of themselves. How do they get out of it? And you did say get into nature.
You got to feed the beast too.
Explain.
It's in our inherent nature to dominate, to be violent.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't dominate and be violent, you're gonna be a bully.
Yeah.
So go sign up for jiu-jitsu, kickboxing. Go pick a fight. Live a little bit. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to get with other men and let it out. You will come home more peaceful, relaxed, and ready for the next day.
But don't take it out on your woman.
Don't take it out on your woman or your kids.
Or your kids. Mm-hmm.
And that's what happens. They get fat. They get lazy. They hate themselves even more. And they're mean.
Yeah.
Men get mean like that. That's our go-to. You have to feed the beast.
Recognize, have accountability, and get into nature to really tap into your true authentic self. And then
there's great strength in humility.
Mm-hmm.
You have to admit when you're wrong.
Right.
You have to. And once you do that, you'll feel better.
Yeah. I love that.
Everybody knows when they're lying to themselves. I don't care
Right.
who they are.
Yeah.
You know you're full of shit. So quit being full of shit.
All right. So this podcast was about, the real that I talk about, the masculine, the feminine. So we actually have a lot of the same viewpoints. And I love just hearing the masculine side of it. And, this podcast, the point of it is to really bring these sacred unions back together so there's more love, and then that love will then create a loving home for our children, because it really is about our children and the future.
One more point for the men.
Yeah.
If you don't have a dad, if you don't have a grandfather, find somebody that's 20 or 30 years older than you and spend time with him. 100%. He will straighten you out.
Yeah.
Even if he lived a life of mistakes, he will still give you advice that no therapist can give you, because he doesn't have that life experience.
Yeah.
So go to the VA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a good spot.
Go to the American Legion and just hang out with the old timers. I guarantee you it will help.
My dad hangs out there.
I hang out there.
All right. So, Graham, thank you. Anything else?
Absolutely. No, thank you. I'm honored for you to
awesome.
have me on. Thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
So, guys, Wing and Wolf Podcast, your host, Elizabeth Mooney with Graham. And we'll put up some links for Graham so you can check him out. Follow him on Instagram. We'll see you next time.
I'm not blowing a kiss.
Wing and Wolf.